Welcome to Sustainable Estates Options Appraisal Methodology. This online guidance is developed as a questionnaire with a series of yes or no questions. When you complete this questionnaire, you can export your answers and the results in a PDF format. However, please note that if you do not fully complete the questionnaire and switch to the home page, the questionnaire will reset and the data you entered will not be saved. It is recommended that you follow through the questionnaire with as many answers as you can provide and save the document as PDF for later reference. In terms of the structure of the guidance, it is organized into 3 decision-making steps, which we will see in detail shortly. Each step covers 5 headings: fitness for purpose, building users, cost efficiency, energy efficiency, and resource efficiency. The first step is drivers and objectives. The aim of the step is to identify how the existing estate meets the national agenda, your organization's strategic plan, and the priorities highlighted by the building users and other stakeholders. This step is for completion by the client or the owner of the estate, or the estate management teams. The next step, building assessment, helps to assess the current performance of specific buildings under consideration for refurbishment or redevelopment. The methodology encourages you to consider your priorities based on most up-to-date data, robust and complete set of information. It is recommended that this step is completed prior to undertaking the final step, which is options appraisal. This is to establish the base case scenario of how the existing building meets your requirements. The final step, options appraisal, is to compare different scenarios and assess how each one of them perform against your objectives for the project and in improving the overall performance of the building under consideration. Both the steps, building assessment and options appraisal, are to be completed by the client or the estate management teams and indeed the project delivery teams. Let's look in a bit more detail how the evaluation methodology works. Step 1, drivers and objectives, is designed as a questionnaire to enable discussion between multiple stakeholders to understand the strategic priorities of the estate and what is required to improve the overall performance of the estate. This is not scored. Steps 2 and 3, buildings assessment and options appraisal, are assessed using the following minimum weighting. The highest weighting is awarded to fitness for purpose and in meeting the building users' priorities. Cost efficiency and energy efficiency follow, and the resource efficiency with 10%. These weightings are developed through stakeholders' consultation from a range of bodies, including RICS and other consultants who are engaged in providing high-level decision-making support to owners and occupiers and investors with large non-domestic estate portfolio. To start the assessment, the questionnaire, it requires you to provide what your role is and state what is your purpose for using this guidance. The reason for doing this is to present to you only the information that's relevant to your interest. For example, if you select you are an owner-occupier, your selection highlights the options that are relevant for your role. For example, the first option shown here is reviewing an existing asset management strategy and policies, or you may be investigating options for a specific building, or redeveloping a site with number of buildings. Those are the three options the questionnaire identifies as relevant for your present role. The next option, landlord or owner investor, enables you to select are relevant to your role, which could include either reviewing an existing asset or investment strategy, or renewing a major lease for a building, or renewing a specific component in a building. For the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to say I'm an owner-occupier and I'm investigating options for a specific building. This highlights the steps that are applicable for your selections, which are building assessment and options appraisal. To carry on with the questionnaire, please press Next. You are taken to the background information page, and in this page you are required to provide information about the building you are analyzing and your email contact. This enables you to report and document the building details for your own analysis. Please note all of this information is required before proceeding to the next stage. Once you complete entering the data, please press Next to access the questionnaire. We are now in the main questionnaire page. The two relevant steps for the purpose we selected are building assessment and options appraisal. The questionnaire is organized under 5 tabs. Each tab contains questions that are relevant to a specific category. For example, Fitness for Purpose category evaluates the overall condition of the estate against the strategic priorities of the organization. This includes environmental risks and local planning restrictions. By hovering over the eye icon, you can see the scope of the individual categories. The Results tab at the end shows you how the building that is currently being assessed by you performs against the assessment categories. In terms of scoring, each category carries a percentage weighting, as we've seen before, and a fixed number of available points. On completion, you can create a report of your assessment by clicking Export PDF button at the bottom right corner of this screen. The second decision-making step is in the same format as the previous step, building assessment. It has 5 assessment categories with the Results tab at the end. The difference is in this sort of questions asked at this stage and comparison to the base case scenario of how well the building is performing currently and how each one of the proposed option is performing above and beyond the objectives and requirements for the project. We hope this demo has given you an overview of the methodology. If you require further information about this online guidance or other related services BRE can offer, please contact Kiri Bolson at inquiries@bre.co.uk. Thank you.